welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Mallory and we are back at it again with another product review. If you are not already part of the family, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like this video, join us. You're gonna love it here. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing and demoing the new e.l.f. I'm a Cotton-Headed Ninny Muggins. I gotta say that slow as a tongue twister. The new I Heart Revolution and e.l.f. collaboration palette. So this is a 25 shade palette full of pressed pigments. Look at how cute this is. This is how the inside looks. We have the little e.l.f. here. It says, does someone need a hug? Yes, I do. And this is what all the shades look like. How cute. I went ahead and prepped my eyes with the Ace Beauty eyeshadow base in the shade medium. I've been using that a lot lately. It is a favorite here. It is my current fave. So we've already prepped the eyes with that, and we're gonna move on to two eyeshadow looks. Okay, so since our last video with the Ticket to Wonderland, the Colourpop video, we weren't that colorful. We kind of kept it neutral. Let's move on to these colors. It's been a while since I've had a I Heart Revolution palette, since the, I wanna say like the Fruity Pebbles one was the last one I had. So let's play with some of these colors. After swatching and really looking at it, I'm really interested in some of these. But the only issue that I'm having with this is that a lot of the colorful shades are the shimmers. So that kind of stinks. Okay, so y'all know the rule about the blue here. If it's a blue, we gotta use it. But in this case, we are gonna use this blue and this bluish green. So we're gonna start with this blue up here, and we are going to blend this into the crease. First of all, this blue is like hella pigmented. My goodness. I was really not expecting this. I was not expecting it to come off as pigmented as it is, which is not a bad thing. It's just, wow. This is like the star of my face right now, this blue. Wow. This reminds me of like a Doja Cat type of blue. It's very, very pigmented, very pastel, but still packing a punch. I actually really like it. But we're gonna deepen it up because this is just like way too, it's just way too much. Okay, so I said we were gonna use this green, but we're not actually gonna do that. We're gonna move on to this brown down here because I really need to deepen this up. And yeah, it's just a little too bright for your girl. It's a little too bright. Okay, so this brown right here is also looking very nice. I did lie, we are gonna use this green. I'm gonna start mixing the light blue and the green. So whenever we're doing the blend, it can deepen it up even more. Starting to see some fallout now. I'm not sure if that's because I picked up too much color or if it's because, what the fuck? Go just skip this whole part right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with that blue, try to bring some of this color back. We do have a bunch of fallout going on right now, but it's okay. Nothing we can't handle. Now, I will say that these colors aren't quite blending out as well as I would like them to. Okay, so I don't know about this yet. So I am gonna dive into another palette to get a color that will deepen this up but still kind of keep it blue. So I'm going into the Witching Hour Colourpop palette, and we're gonna go into this dark shade right here. I just don't feel like this is dark enough for me, and I don't really like that. So I do want to keep it blue, just like darker. And so yeah, I think that this will definitely do the trick. We're not gonna worry about the fallout mess right now. We will clean that up in a minute. I do want to keep that like the fade into that light blue. I just didn't like how bright it was on me. That brown definitely turned that color like a weird, like not good. So we had to call in reinforcements. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into this green shade right here. I'm thinking that we are going to do like a cut crease halo eye. You guys seem to really like when we do that. The looks do come out pretty bomb. Honestly, I really like this shade right here. Like, that is beautiful. Like that all blended together, that is looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out this crease and like clean this up because we just look a mess. And let's add some shades on here right now. Honestly, I was excited about this palette, but now I'm kind of worried because I just don't know. I just don't know because it's not necessarily giving what I want it to give. Like, there's so many possibilities in here, and just the shades that I use are just not. Let's give it a chance. Let's just give it a chance first. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's give it a chance. Okay, so now that we've got our crease, like halo thing cut, let's move on to some of these colors. I think I want to like kind of switch it up and use this purple right here, this purple and this darker purple right here. So we're gonna start with this light purple up here and just see what happens. Again, I'm not completely sold on this palette so far. It's just kind of like, let's just see. So I did prep my eyelids with the same base, so it should come off well, and it is not. Let me see if I use my finger, if it's any different. Okay, so let's try one of the other shades. Let's move on to this purple shimmer right here, this darker one. See what happens, girls. Okay, so that one's doing an okay job. Okay, this one is showing up. I don't know what happened to the other little purple mama, but that one was just like not having it. So since the middle purple shade was just not doing it, let's try this white shade. Or I don't know, let's give the purple one another chance. Let's try. I'm gonna do my finger again this time. Let's see. I wish that you guys could see like how patchy it looks. Like on camera it looks okay, but like here it looks so patchy. Like right here it's just not as pigmented, and then like the new purple comes on and it's like doing a good job. So I'm just confused about what happened. Yeah, because this darker purple is just like giving what it needs to give, but the other shade it just did not. So let's actually I'm probably gonna have to dip into another palette to make this side work. So let's go back into the Witching Hour and go into this purple, the Hello Billy, and try to make it make sense. I didn't even think about that. That was my bad. I didn't even think about the fact that this probably would not make sense in a halo. Oh my goodness, that did not go well. Okay. Kind of at a loss for words right now. So let's just go ahead and add an inner corner highlight. So let's go ahead and use this white shade right here. I'm really interested to see how this one performs. This shade is not really giving shimmer, it's more just giving like white. Which whenever we swatched it, you know, it kind of looked like it was supposed to be a shimmer, not necessarily just a white, but I mean, this palette is just giving whatever it wants to give today, child. It's like,
Here you go, Mommy.
Thank you, babe.
You dropped it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just move on to the other side. Let's just see what these other shades have for us. What's in store for the other side? So let's, let's do like a golden side over here because I feel like we use most of the colorful ones. So we can use this shimmer, maybe this one too. And let's go ahead into this yellow and see how this yellow, let's go ahead and go into this yellow and just see if we have any pigment whenever we do the yellow. So this shade is definitely giving pigment so far. I think the real test is if it can actually blend with something. Because that's looking kind of weird. It's like the pigment is there for sure, but let's just see if it'll blend. I'm gonna try to give this brown another chance. I feel like maybe because of the colors that we mixed together, it didn't come out well. So let's just see if that was the case. Okay, yeah, it definitely blends together a lot better without that blue. Like that was my mistake, clearly, because this brown is fine. It is kind of weird to me, like how much, like whenever I just switched colors just now, how much the yellow overpowered the brown that I put on. It's like it just wiped all the color away. These pigments, they really don't have lasting power. It's what it seems like they just go on, and like you see, as soon as you wipe them, they're just gone. And you know that's not normally the case. Normally you have to like use something to get an eyeshadow off, but these just like, you could just wipe it off. That's weird to me. It's kind of weird. It's weird that they have just somebody need a hug. I need a hug after dealing with this palette because I'm very unsure at this point. Very, very unsure. And that brown, this brown is the darkest in the palette. And well, besides this, but this is a shimmer. So, I mean, answer me this. Are y'all blending out shimmers? Is this something new that I just don't know about? Are y'all blending out shimmers? Like, are you putting it in your crease and you blending with it? Because I don't usually. Maybe that's my mistake. I don't know. But y'all let me know that in the comment section below because I'm confused. Why are there no darker shades than this in here? I must have missed that. I must have missed it. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into another palette to get some deepness, to get some depth in here. Let's see what we got. We're gonna dive into the Sonic Bloom by Colourpop just because it's right here, and Colourpop never fails me on pigment. Well, I mean, sometimes they do, but more here lately they have not been. So let's just, you know, blend out a pigment, okay, so that you guys can see the difference. Can you tell the difference? Like, this is like let me open up the palettes. So they look like the same brown, right? Like maybe this one is a little bit darker, right? But that's about the same brown. And this one is just giving so much more. And but this Colourpop one is just giving so much more. It's just giving. So let's just blend you out, honey, because I heard Revolution couldn't get the job done. Let's just get the job done. Colourpop will never fail you. At least not with a brown. Jesus Christ. You think with the brown they would know better. Like, they should just know better. Okay, so we're looking a mess again on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the crease. I need to make sure I bring that brown down. I did, in the Sonic Bloom palette, I did go into the deepest shade in there, the Dig Deep, so that I can you know, have some depth in there. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut out this crease. I'm gonna clean off this fallout, and then we'll move on to the lid shades. You know, I needed this because we was on a roll. The palettes were great. We was way too happy over here. I needed something to just like, all palettes aren't great. So let me go ahead and clean this off and just try to get through this look. Okay, so I'm not loving this for us. I'm just not loving this for us, but the crease is cut. So let's move on. We're gonna go into this shade right here. I'm very interested to see because these colors, they all swatch like decent, right? Like, I'm just confused. So let's put that in the middle. That's kind of cute. So this color is very much like the light purple that we used, except it's coming off a little bit better. Like, it's transferring onto my skin better, but it's still kind of patchy. So it's definitely better than the situation with the purple eye. You remember we had to dip many times, but this is looking a lot better. So let's move on to this shade right here. This is a darker gold. Okay, so this one's not bad either. This one's doing okay. So this one also isn't bad. That one's doing okay. I feel like this eye is trying to redeem itself for its indiscretions on this side and over here with the blend. So let's go ahead back into that brown color that just is not giving. And let's try to make it give. Okay. So there we go. It's doing a little better. Okay, so that's looking a little better. I'm not so much hating the palette anymore. I feel like we're returning the leaf. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a inner corner highlight shade and, you know, just try to wrap this up. So we are going to go into this shade right here. This is going to be our inner corner highlight. We are brow highlights. Did we do a brow highlight on this side? I don't remember. Let's just add this over here too, just because, whatever. Whatever, girl. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this look with liner, lashes, you know, the huge. And let's just talk about our final thoughts of the whole palette. The final thoughts of the look, the final thoughts of the palette. Let's just talk about final overall thoughts. All right, guys, so final thoughts. Overall, I do feel like, don't even bother. Don't even bother with this palette. Now, I do feel like, you know, after we play with it a little bit more or whatever, it was okay, but I still just don't feel like this is a palette that's like worth the money. Like, it definitely has hype around it because it is Elf. Everybody loves the movie Elf, and it was like right in the front of Ulta, and it had like a brush set, which might be good. I didn't pick that up. And then they had a highlighter set. Also didn't get that. And really, I just got the palette. Yeah, I heard Revolution colors, they just don't blend that well to me. And for me, that's a no dice. That's a deal breaker for me. If you don't blend well, it's just not, you're just not for me. So I can't remember how much it was, but it was definitely a waste of money. Whatever it was. I want to say it was like $18 too, or 16, 18, I don't know, but it was a waste is what I'm telling you, because it is just not. We've been dealing with some really great palettes lately, and then for them to come in with this, I'm just like, not interested. This is like, even like the shimmers, they're just like not popping off the skin like how they should, and it's just kind of upsetting. So with that being said, yeah, don't worry about it. Ignore it in Ulta. It's cute, girl, but just ignore it. If you are not already, make sure that you like this video, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below if you have this palette and you actually do like it. Please, girl, let me know. I will watch your video and I just need to see how you created the look out of this, and maybe I'll try again, because for me it was just like not what that was. So yeah, you guys will see my face in the next one.